Hello, Mbula Nwaya, and welcome. This is Maper coming to you live once again. It is Wednesday, Gratitude Wednesday, and I am back. I welcome you here. You are here not by mistake. Maybe there is a reason why you're here. Or if you've been following me, thank you for your support and for always showing up, not just here, but for yourself as well. I hope that whatever I've been sharing throughout this year, even till this point, has inspired you, has encouraged you to take those leaps of faith, to take those bold steps into the things that you have been wanting to do. And so I welcome you here and I hope you've had a wonderful day. It is Wednesday and it's midweek. So I'm just here with a heart full of gratitude. As you are joining, drop a heart in the comments. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Let's see. I would like to know where you're tuning in from, as this is a digital business and it is global. I'd like to know how global we are. So, yeah. And again, tonight's live is simply a thank you. There's so much being said, there's so much that, I have shared throughout the year, but today's go live. And because it's Gratitude Wednesday, I want it to be more of being grateful and thanking those of you who have been supporting me. So a moment to pause, a moment to breathe, and acknowledge the goodness of God and the people who have been part of this journey. Now, even though, I'm growing in the business, I believe that you have inspired me to continue to show up. And I hope that whatever I share each time has been adding value into your journey. And for those of you who are watching me for the first time, I hope that this is a beginning of inspiration and a beginning of some way of just encouraging you to come out of your comfort zone, to take those steps of and just try new things that and not just new things, but something that will last, something that will be a blessing, not just for you but for your family as well. And so so just take a pause and breathe and acknowledge that of God's goodness and the people who have been a part of my journey, and that is you. And so, and of course, I have my family and that support me as well, and those of you who are always here. So, just being grateful for life in general, and especially the small things. A lot of times we take for granted life. Sometimes we are just looking at the bigger picture, but we forget about the small things that has made an impact in our lives. And as this year comes to a close, my heart is overflowing, and not because everything is easy or was easy, but because God was faithful in the big moments and the quiet moments as well. So, just don't take for granted the small things in life, because they compound, and they matter. And so today I found myself being grateful for the small things. Just a warm conversation that reminded me that I'm loved. Just a family message that reached me from miles away, an answered prayer I didn't even, notice at first. Sometimes God shows up in gentle ways, not loud, not dramatic, just steady. And that is what I'm grateful for. He's in the details, he's in those small details, the small things in life, in the moments that, we rush past, in the quiet spaces we often overlook. And today, I slowed down enough to see it and to say thank you. And because it is Gratitude Wednesday, um, I like to highlight that, and also a just a heartfelt appreciation, that as we wrap up the year, it's only a couple of weeks now before we reach the end of the year, end of December. Um, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to those of you who have been here throughout the year, who have taken that next step in your journey, who are still waiting to. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for cheering me on publicly, silently, and prayerfully. I truly appreciate that. And every encouraging message, those feedbacks that you put in the comments, it has really mattered. Every conversation, every piece of advice, it has been taken to heart, and it has encouraged me to keep showing up here, because I know that many that you have been inspired, that you have been encouraged in your journey, and that whatever I share here is adding value into your journey or to someone else's that you have shared to. And that is the whole purpose of this sharing about, my business, and how I'm using this opportunity here in the online space to share the things that I value, as well as how this business is working for me. And so all of it truly mattered, and you've been part of my growth, spiritually, personally, and in leadership. And I don't take any of it for granted, because like I said here, I'm truly thankful for all the support and for continuously showing up here, and sharing it, liking and sharing it. And so, and next, I would like, I'm just grateful. And I always say this for the business. Tonight, I'm also, just grateful for this business, not just because of the income or the results, but because of the deeper gifts. And what do I mean by that? You're probably wondering, what do I mean by that? It's the gift of time, more moments to show up for my family, the peace knowing that, we are building something intentional and with integrity, and the community in this business community, people who lift each other up higher, people who encourage each other and celebrate each other, even with the small steps, even with the small wins. That is one great thing that I have found in this business. We are cheering each other on, and celebrating each other's wins, the milestones, and even the small steps that we take, even as for those who are the new business owners who are just taking those steps one at a time. That is something to celebrate, because it only leads you, it's a progress that leads you to your success journey and the purpose. That is another thing that I'm grateful for in this business, is the purpose, the work that aligns with who I am. I'm grateful for those who said yes and walked this path with me, those who have started their journey with me. And I'm just grateful because, as we grow, we celebrate each other's accomplishments. And I'm grateful for those who are watching silently, who are curious. I'm grateful for the seeds that are still being planted, the ones growing quietly beneath the soil. Growth really takes time, and this journey has grown me just as much as it's growing the business. That is what I'm truly thankful, and just sharing my heart today for the growth, in mindset, in my personal growth, as well as spiritual and my business growth. And I'm just thankful that um, I have grown, in the sense that my wonderful husband has joined me, and we continue to build it for our children, and to continue to, so that we can continue to support the things that, and so, as you know, before I wrap up my gratitude go live for tonight. Um, as we, it's the almost the end of the year, and this is an encouragement for the new year. I mean, I will say this again, but while I'm at it, I might as well. As we step into a new year, my prayer is just simple, that the same kindness, grace, and encouragement that you've given me returns to you 100-fold. Let me say this again, that my prayer is that the same kindness, grace, and encouragement you've given me returns to you 100-fold, and that your dreams take shape, that God surprises you with favor, that you walk boldly into the purpose He has for you. Yes, and so that is my simple prayer, that He does the same for you, that He returns to you 100-fold. And continue to share this with your loved ones, or with someone that you know has been helped through the things that I have shared here. And if anything I have shared tonight has blessed you, encouraged you, or reminded you of God's goodness, drop a heart or a prayer emoji in the comments. I would love to know that. I'd love to see that that what I'm sharing is like a ripple effect that you continue to share with someone else. And if you're stepping into the new year with hope, curiosity, and the desire to grow, send me a message. Let's walk this journey together. And and thank you for being a part of my story. I do show up here because of you, and I thank you for allowing me to share my heart, and just plain gratitude for this entire year, and even throughout these go live sessions that I have learned to grow and share more. As I learn, that I continue to share with you. And so that ends my go live for today. Gratitude Wednesday, just sharing my heart, and letting you know that every comment, every feedback is taken to heart. So may you have a blessed rest of your evening, day, whatever time zone you're watching me from. Vinaka, Foyexia, and God bless.